Don't get why I'm still single.
I hate when this stuff happens because it makes me feel like I've made a mistake. I don't want to be alone, you know. So when I'm going through these challenges, sometimes you want to go back.
What's up, guys? It's your girl Rivah, and I am back again with another video. Now listen, okay, when it comes to this Tia Mowry saga, I gotta tell you, Tia Mowry comes on the internet and she lets everybody know, you know, without necessarily coming out and just being forthcoming and saying it, that she regrets the divorce, she misses her husband, and she is struggling out here trying to maintain this single motherhood. I could do battle by myself. I didn't need him. I graduated from the marriage narrative. Every chance that she gets on the internet, it is a constant reminder of the fact that she don't got it. You know how people be like, you know, it's cool, I got it. She lets us know all the time, I don't got it, y'all. I don't got it, and there's no other way for me to try to figure this out, but I have to stand 10 toes down because I don't want this sisterhood to be mad at me.
Don't get why I'm still single. Like, I'm putting myself out there.
Recently for Halloween, Tia Mowry and her two children dressed up as the characters from the Disney movie, or the Pixar, Disney and Pixar, I think, movie Monsters, Inc. Now, if you look at the Monsters, Inc. picture, the little girl is, who goes by the name of Boo, is, you know, dressed, as we can see, with the pigtails and everything, the same exact outfit that Tia Mowry has on. Now, I gotta be honest, I have to address this because after we saw the clip of Tamara, you know, revealing that Tia Mowry is somebody who is extremely selfish.
Wait, I know you as being selfish all the time, so that's not how I know you as being selfish.
This situation also brought light to that entire conversation all over again. Now, a lot of people on the internet, whether it was TikTok, Instagram, a lot of people had to say, you know, Tia, why is it that you felt the need to stand in front and shine as the little girl in, you know, in the movie, when you have your daughter dressed up as one of the monsters from the movie, and you didn't put her in that you know, character and allow her to be the forefront. We can see right here in the comment section that the person says, now Tia, why weren't you Mike and your daughter Boo? Mike is the character that's in the green, so they're saying, why didn't you just take the role of that character and let her be Boo? And you can see people responding and said, that's the first thing I said too. She needed that attention. And somebody said, I wanted that also. And somebody else said, because she is a narcissist. Now, you know, throwing around the word narcissist and stuff like that, I don't personally do that. I see a lot of people do that. They just, you know, try to name and brand these people certain things. I just see selfishness, right? I just see spotlight, you know, you wanting to be at the forefront. But to me, that's neither here nor there. That's just all left to opinion. I hope that the baby wanted to be that character, and that's why she was that character, and it was not a situation of her trying to be the star of the show, okay? Again, this is all just my personal opinion. What really stuck out to me in this entire situation was Tia Mowry's caption under this picture on her Instagram. The caption reads, traditions mean togetherness, love, and joy. But when life changes, those traditions can feel uncertain. My goal has always been to create lasting memories as a family and as a mom. I'll keep doing just that. Experiences stay with us forever, and I hope my kids hold these moments close to their hearts. Halloween was such a special time. Disneyland is where we keep the magic alive. So much laughter, so many smiles, and yes, a little exhaustion too. My bangs in the last slide said it all. Now, the thing is that the traditions being different, like, this is not the first Halloween where Corey and Tia are not together. Okay, this is not like this is something that just happened yesterday or whatever, and she's just now getting through it. If people did not know the depths of the situation, or when she posted about the divorce, they would have assumed that this is something that literally just happened like yesterday. Tia is constantly living in the decision that she made. And again, in my personal opinion, I believe that it's because she understands that she made a permanent decision out of emotion, and she does not or has not been able to figure out how to dig herself out of the decision, and so she's still stuck in that moment. This is something that a lot of women do. A lot of women step out of relationships, thinking the grass is greener, they're gonna find somebody else. It's easy for them to move on, and they get stuck literally in that time span of their lives. So much so that in the corner picture where they decided to take this picture of her and the kids, it is clear as day that there is a picture of her and Corey on their wedding day still on the bookshelf in the corner. Now, if you're as done as you say you are, if it was such a, you graduated and, even when people first called her out about her regretting her divorce and the situation, she got bucked with everybody on the internet and made a whole post like, oh, I ain't that weak. Now, if we look at the date of this post that she made, it's literally a year ago, right? So she already didn't had a Halloween without, her ex-husband being in the picture. They already dressed up as other people before. Like, it is not like this is something new. But she made sure to let everybody know, just because the dating life is complicated doesn't mean I'm going back to something that no longer served me. She was ready to get hype with everybody else. She had an attitude and all of that, right? The pose was saying like, try it if you want to. Only for her to then go on the TV show and say that, sometimes she wonders if she made the right decision.
I hate when this stuff happens because it makes me feel like I've made a mistake. I don't want to be alone, So when I'm going through these challenges, sometimes you want to go back. The only person that I ever loved in my life was my ex.
For her to go on the TV show and say that she wonders if she made the right decision after she basically cussed everybody else out that already knew that she had those feelings, everybody's like, duh. We know that. We know that you don't know if you made the right decision. We can tell because you're still living in that moment. Every chance, every opportunity you get is to reference and live in that same exact moment. We have heard her ex-husband talk about this divorce only when asked.
Because people who know Corey Harder know that his kids and his family was everything to him.
We have not seen him hop on his social media every chance he gets and say, oh, this is the first time I'm going to the grocery store without my family. Oh, this is the first time I'm living life without, we have not seen him do that, but we've constantly seen her push this narrative. And I want women to understand that these are signs, signals, and feelings of regret. And a lot of women go through things. They go through ebbs and flows in their relationship, and they throw in the towel because that's the easiest thing to do. When you are going through a tough time and you can't stand your partner right now and he can't stand you and your communication is out of whack and you've been upset about something and your communication is not in the same space where you're not able to express yourself to each other without arguing or it's complicated, whatever, it's easy to throw in the towel and think that you're easily going to be able to start over.
I knew when I really started to focus on my happiness. I feel like women, we tend to focus on everybody else's happiness. Making sure that everybody else is okay. But at the end of the day, it's about self-love.
I have these conversations constantly, not because I can't stand Tia. Okay? The action's a little funky. I gotta be honest. The action's a little funky. It's a little much. But I'm saying it's not about it being personal to the person. It's about other women needing to understand that when you make these rash decisions, people only talk about the glitz and the glamour and the Sierra story. But there is so much truth that there's other people who have to sit in that decision making for a long time. Maybe some people got to sit in it forever. And they live in the regret. Because they say, man, I should have valued my situation. I should have worked on things. Why did I think it was going to be so easy out here? I should have made it work.
I know Tia got my back, to the grave. So I know she's with me, and she knows I'm with her.
There are times when I'm like, wow, last year was pretty tough. But this year, it's good that we stuck, to it.
A lot of women only think that, they think that for women the grass is greener and for men it's not. If a man were to say that he left his relationship because the spark was gone and he graduated from his marriage, women would be over there like, oh, he ain't gonna find nobody. We don't want him. Oh, that's whack. That's lame. They'd have all the things to say. But when a woman does it, they support her. And a lot of times women are supporting women and then holding them hostage in misery. Because in caring about what other people think, it's going to be hard for her to go pick up the pieces and put her marriage back together. It's difficult because you already came out talking about I ain't that weak. And, I ain't going back to something that no longer served me. You already said that and did that. So now what? How can you backpedal? A lot of women, I'm going to say it again, make, permanent decisions using their temporary emotions. And it does not serve them. And it does not work out. And they are not happy, but they're pretending to be happy. And they're trying to force the happiness so that they don't let down the sisterhood of women who were counting on them to be the spokesperson of divorce and breaking up the family structure to live your best life.
I'm all about inspiring and encouraging. And I mean, the DMs that I have gotten from so many women that are going through the same thing and just saying how they admire my courage and my strength.
I'm going to be honest with you. I thought from the very beginning that Tia could go ahead and pick up the pieces and they would have made it work. But you see, the problem is that when you are publicly humiliating your spouse, when you are publicly trying to downplay them and try to act like they wasn't all that and, they weren't doing it for you and, you outgrew them and all that kind of stuff, the more that you add on and the more that you continue to talk and speak up against this person, the harder it is for you guys to come back together and rebuild and rekindle anything.
I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm in my hoe phase right now. Happiness over everything. Where's your mind?
So again, now you just out there. And you're just out there stuck in the decision that you made. And I can only fathom how Tia will feel when Corey moves on to somebody else. I don't know what she's going to do. Because that's when reality is really going to stick it to her. That's when she's really going to understand that whatever decision that you made, you got to go and drive right through it. That's it. Ain't no back, ain't no U-turn, ain't no picking up. That's it. And worse, I'm sure as kind and how the communication is from his end, if he's not with somebody, that's going to drastically change too. So the access you have to that person, you're no longer going to have. So that's when it's really going to be a reality. And then when or if she gets into a relationship and she gets somebody to come move in a house with her, all them pictures and memorabilia of the relationship, that got to go too. That's when it's really going to sink in. And I have to say it again. I'm saying this, ladies. Majority of the people who filed for divorce are women. You need to take time, work through things. Running out the door is not always the only answer or the only option. I know that's a lot of women's favorite option, but sometimes you need to look into yourself. Not only the person that you're with, but you have to check you. Okay, am I tripping? Is it me? Sometimes you got to check yourself before you wreck the entirety of the relationship. And again, you're stuck there trying to, build the pieces or figure things out on your own. I always say, why that man is still in the house with you, still in the bed with you, you need to figure out, exhaust all other options. We already know that women are the ones who file for divorce. That's why I'm directing this conversation to women. You need to, like I said, exhaust everything else before running to the hills. Now, of course, I'd like to know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear you guys' opinions on this video. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And I will see you guys in the next one. Love you.